Hey guys, it is Last Rohican. I'm coming back at you with another video. This time we are revisiting a game, to see if it still lives up to the hype, and that is Medieval Dynasty. Now, you could really be asking yourself the question, Last Rohican, what is up with the upload times here? Like, where is there any sort of consistency? It's something I'm always thinking about, and I'm not always the best at. However, what really drives me to upload is when I find a game that truly inspires me to do so. And that is why I'm coming back with another video here on Medieval Dynasty and just frankly how great it is. Medieval Dynasty is a first-person simulation game set in, you guessed it, medieval time frame. I would guess maybe somewhere in Central Eastern Europe just because the names that they use for the characters are more like it. But yeah, you start as a single guy or maybe girl, and you start collecting resources, building your own little town, and then, if you really get into it, you can simulate going through multiple dynasties, hence the name Medieval Dynasty. Now, the thing I've really come to enjoy about the game, more so than many other simulation games where I still feel like they really fall flat, is truly the ability to, quote-unquote, simulate life, right? Many simulation games, they're good at the very specific thing that they're doing, right? Like talk about Trading Card Simulator or Schedule 1 or anything of that nature where it's really good at doing the exact specific thing that it's telling you to. But let's be honest, we like living our simulations, our lives, through every aspect of it, right? Not just doing the trading card game, not just dealing drugs. We want to be able to eat, sleep, drink water, survive, simulate life in a different context than the one that we're currently living in. That to me is the whole draw of simulation games. And that's to me the whole draw of why Sims is still going despite it being kind of played out at this. Maybe not played out, but more of the quality of the game has really deteriorated year over year. But this begs the question, what makes Medieval Dynasty so special in that way? You say that you're living, but what does that really translate to? Well, the thing about it, and the thing that it does so well, is that whether you are just trying to survive and build a home, or create a town that has commerce and is making money and moving and shaking in the broader world that it's in, all of that trickles in, right? The rabbit that you shoot, or the deer that you hunt, or the tree that you fell, all of that can play into your town's economy or your larger economy at scale, right? You are able to build things for yourself, to cut down trees faster, to hunt bigger game more effectively, to farm fields. You can do all of that, but then all of that translates into the macro economy. And so that's what I love about it, and that's where it is so engaging on a different level, is that you're not just doing things in a vacuum. And then on top of it, right, because it's a dynasty game, you have to romance other characters to create an heir, right? Whether it be male or female, the idea is that your dynasty lives on. Your family crest means something to the broader world. And that's where the game does such a good job of blending that all together. This almost supply chain-like immersion into it is so great and so rewarding. Then on top of it, you have other things, like there is like the combat mechanic to it, right? There's bandits out there that you can fight and kill and gain honor for. And that's the other part of it, right? Your dynasty has reputation, and you have to increase your reputation in order to get certain quests, in order to recruit villagers to join your town. And then those villagers will marry other villagers and then have their own dynasty. It's so immersive in that way, and it does such a good job of blending it all together. And that's the other part of it, right? There's a quest system. It's not super robust. There are some quote-unquote main quests where the storylines are a little bit more dredged out, but many of them are a little bit more surface level, but that's fine. It still gives you a flair to the game, right? It gives you something more to do and a different way to play it, right? And that's what I find super cool about it. Your town can almost like specialize in a certain thing, right? Mine right now that you see on the screen, kind of just a weird amalgamous blob of different things. But one of the things that's really been profitable for me that I focus on is forging items. Forging bronze armor sets has been what's really brought my town riches and has allowed me to do other things for the town. When I look on Reddit, I see other people really focusing on farming. You could also do hunting to create more fabric, more outfits to sell. You could do it so many different ways. You could play this game so many different ways and still enjoy it and still come to similar outcomes. And that's what's great about this. The only thing that I would say, there's two things where I would say the game falls off a little bit or is a little bit flat. The overall management, while it does work, it's not the most sleek and intuitive management system we see for quality simulator games, right? Like all you have to do is look at Dwarf Fortress or RimWorld and some of the many other clones to see like how to have a much more intuitive UI for this. The intensity scale is a little bit wonky and it's not my favorite thing. It's also just not very dynamic in the sense that like you can't have, it's not easy for to give a specific example, it's not easy for your villagers to go down on different tasks or to have like a priority list. Instead, if you say, I want you to cook meat for 100% of the time, well, as soon as there's no more meat left to cook, that station, that kitchen just stops moving, right? We should be able to set priorities or something of that nature in order to have it be a bit more flexible and a bit more elastic. The other critique I have for it, and this is where it still does a good job at it, but this is where it's still a common fall for many simulation games, is that in terms of there being a broader, more overall objective, it's still kind of, I don't know, it's still lacking in that way. And the thing is, Sims has the same problem too, and I think a lot of people are maybe a little bit more tolerant to this than I am. Maybe it's just because I'm more of a questing kind of person sort of thing, but I would love there to be a broader quest for you and your village, right? The bigger ticket items is to move through, gain all the tech, buy all the stuff for that tech, get all the decor, things like that, get your family a crest. But then there's no broader objective after that. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it right now. And that's just where it would be cool to have it like really build towards something, because there is a king, right? And I think I'd really like that aspect of it. There is a king, and I would love there to be some kind of big final objective, whether that's your family becoming nobility, whether that's your family trying to gain independence by rallying the other towns, whether that is, I don't know, some sort of economic or production larger goal. I think that could be really cool. I think that's something where that people could really enjoy. And so those are the only two things that I would, if I had to give critique about the game, those are the two. It's really more the management one that I feel more strongly about. But overall, this is such a solid game. If you're really looking for a simulation game, I'm literally creating a second video, or this is my second video of the game, just because of how much I like it. Like, I really think if you're in the market for something like this, go buy it. Run, don't walk. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is Last Rohican, and as always, take it easy.